Scorpio, 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 what is coming in for you? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. For some reason, I haven't done this for any of the other signs, but I'm really called to do an oracle card for you first before we do the tarot. Okay, I've got 2. And now I've got 3. Okay, we're just doing it different for you. Right. Ooh, okay. First of all, we got chaos and conflict. When this card comes up, it inevitably means that there is a bit of a mixture going on. So in other words, something is changing. You're aware that something's changing. You're a water sign. You're kind of, for Scorpios, for me, they definitely have spidey senses, deep spidey senses. A bit like, you know, when there's going to be a thunderstorm or an eclipse or a really freak act of weather, and the birds start acting differently and the animals, you know, you see the animals taking shelter or going somewhere. Don't watch the animals, watch the Scorpios, because you are the ones who forewarned is forearmed. Okay, so there's something going on when you get this chaos and conflict that is making you notice differences about something or somebody. Okay. In this reading, we're going to look at your life, where you're at the moment, channeled messages, your love life, and destiny, life purpose, all that kind of thing. We're guided by the messages that come up. So when I see chaos and conflict, I'm excited for you, but I know that you already have felt the rumbles. Okay? Interestingly, we then get go the distance. This card, I mean, you don't really need much telling as a Scorpio about going the distance, because I know a lot of Scorpios very well. None of them are impulsive. Maybe when they were younger, actually. They may have gone through quite an impulsive phase, but I'm talking now that, you know, they've settled more into their personality. Definitely not impulsive. In fact, I would say the opposite. Sometimes I need to say to my Scorpio friends and family, you know, just do it. Just do it. Okay. You've worked it all out, but it may not even go that way. Just do it. Okay. So you are needing to have the just do it mentality, but also the go the distance mentality, because the situation that you're in, whether it be love life, work, destiny, whatever, it's different for all of you, but the situation that you're in requires you to be playing the long game. Something you are very well equipped for, so that is the good news about it, okay? But it's sometimes difficult, because if you only play the long game in your situation, Scorpio, you may lose out. Because sometimes that little bit of magic sauce, whatever it is, that keeps us pumped up, interested, curious, you also need that to oil the wheels of the engine, or the engine seizes. Shall we stop this terrible engine metaphor and have that card, which is time for a nap? I mean, I'm a Pisces, so this is one of my favourite cards because I always want to have a nap. But this is a Scorpionic nap. There is, let me just turn my phone off. There is a fox sleeping on this crescent moon. So think about the next new moon, whenever it is, okay? Think about the moon cycle, the full moon, where everything builds up and is kind of emotional and soggy and like a big water balloon. And then think about the new moon as starting off as the dark moon and then this beautiful crescent. You're formulating something, you're planning it. I can almost see it as if you're drawing it like with CAD design, you know, it's there. It's like, this is what's going to happen. But you're observing. There is a time in your situation where it would be advisable for you to do nothing, but while nothing is happening, everything is happening, and you're sort of observing, the foxy observer. You got one eye open. You're napping with one eye open. You're observing what is happening. And other people are not aware that you're doing that. But it's a kind of Scorpionic power tool to be able to observe while everybody else is running around. Okay? That was an unusual start. Let's have some tarot cards for you. I like this though. It feels like you kind of on the starting blocks, but also you have a map of the whole of the race. Let's have a look at your kind of life energy at the moment. 2 overall cards that are telling us the energy that you're in right now. What do we need to know for lovely Scorpios? There will be an extended reading, by the way. What we do for that is when we've done the love portion in the second half of the reading, when we've done your love cards, we take the cards that come up and we clarify them. We go digging and we have, I get myself a new drink, you get yourself a new drink. I've already got elasticated trousers. You may wish to put them on. Who knows? Be comfortable for it. We dig further. We look at the shadow side. We ask, how do they feel about you? And I use all the decks that I'm not allowed to use anymore on YouTube. So if you get to the end, that's the first link in the description box. Right, Scorpio. You get the Death card. This is your card. This is your most powerful energy. Whatever your situation is at the moment, whether this is to do with, you know, something that's really building at work or something that's building in your life, something that's building in a relationship, you're getting all Scorpio about it. And the universe is kind of getting all Scorpio about it too. This plays right into your hands, but it is boom or bust. When you get that energy, it's telling you you probably can't make a few tweaks. And Saturn's retrograde at the moment, and it feels like that has something to do with this. When Saturn is retrograde, and I think it's retrograde until mid-November or something like that, it causes us to review, and it also causes us to look at karma, to look at how a situation played out and what we feel about that. You also get, as your card here, the Four of Swords, which is a card of mentally making peace with something. But it's also a 4, which for me, it's like the 4 legs of a table. You know, it's stabilizing something, stabilizing your stance, your pitch, your place, where you are, you know, how you stand with something and how something stands with you. It's like you're sort of solidifying power. So if this is, let's have a look at some work cards, but if this is a situation to do with work, you are getting yourself ready. You are making sure, let's say you've got an appraisal coming up or there's an issue at work and there might be a meeting or something like that. Oh, hello. You are not going to be the one caught with your pants down in terms of having the facts and figures. It's like you're going to have those facts and figures. Let them fall at that hurdle, okay? Remember, we're going the distance. In fact, when you're sleeping with one eye open and you're observing, you're almost unnerving your opponent, because as humans, we're sort of looking to the other person and we're thinking, why aren't they struggling? Why aren't they scrambling? Why don't they look sweaty and nervous? And then we feel sweaty and nervous, you know? I like it. Oh, God, yeah. Here it is. Here it is. The Hierophant. And for me, this is like, well, it's the High Priest, but it's also about order and hierarchy. It's got a lot to do with hierarchy. And when I'm looking at it here to do with work, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that hierarchical stuff. Let's just tuck these in so I can show you all the cards. And the last card for work is the Seven of Swords. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Seven of Swords. Okay. Let's look at the cards on my wonky table. There we go. Almost right. Wrong way. Cool. So if we look, sorry, the reason I'm scratching myself is because I've got really bad allergies today. And it's like, it feels like I've got hives. Either that, or those of you that have watched me know that when I'm really on to something, I get a really itchy nose. And I'm getting it for you, Scorpio. I'm getting such an itchy nose with the Seven of Swords. I'm really wanting to like scratch all over. Okay, Seven of Swords. Pay attention to this card, Scorpio. I've had this coming up for you in readings recently a lot. It's about discovering things. It's about sweating out your opponent. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with your love life as well, but at the moment to do with your work or a group of people, your life challenges, where you find yourself. Position yourself. Watch everybody else. Keep half an eye open. Don't, because the Seven of Swords is two things. One, for you, I feel like it is your opponent. So you have some kind of, somebody is trying to pull something on you. I don't know how bad it is. It doesn't feel terrible. It just feels a bit sneaky. At the same time, when we get the Seven of Swords, it's important for you to think, how do I play this game? I am being channeled, and this is really weird, Cluedo. I know, I'm rubbish at Cluedo. I'm being channeled a Cluedo board. For some of you, that might actually resonate as something. But also, of course, the process of Cluedo, of Agatha Christie, you know, of Poirot, of detectives, and Scorpios are the best detectives, are that in this situation, you need to gather evidence, which is the time for a nap card. You need to play the long game, which is the go the distance, but you also need to accept that you are experiencing profound change. And the revelation of what this is causes the stripes to knock the stripes off the zebra, you know? So this is quite a big change for you. But it's not something you need to sleepwalk into. You may find you don't wish to continue where you work, or you may find that you can find a way of continuing and outsmarting everybody else. This is playing your cards close to your chest. You are the Seven of Swords as well as them. It's like Seven of Swords meets the Seven of Swords. You can't afford to be too accommodating here, because there are things you need to know and there are things you need to find out. And you're doing that by sleeping with one eye open. So people speak when they think that you're asleep. It's that kind of energy. You were built for this battle. They weren't. They have to try harder than you. And yeah, it comes naturally. So make the most of it. Let's look at your love life. Oof. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Looks really small compared with those other cards. Cripes. Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles. All right. For some reason I want to say alrighty. So that might be for one of you. Trey used to say that in Sex and the City. Remember when he proposes to Charlotte and she's there crying going, so he said, we might as well get married. And I said, alrighty. I don't know why that's come to mind. Maybe you resonate with that. Okay, lovely Scorpios. We have two tens together. Those of you that watch my dailies and do subscribe to the channel, if you fancy watching the dailies, they can be quite a hoot, will know that I get two tens together a lot as a reader. These two together is very sort of, ooh, how can I put this? It's kind of life-changing in a very 3D level. So, Ten of Pentacles is about security. It's about the ultimate, what I call the meat and potatoes of love. The real bricks, mortar, are we going to move in together? Are we exclusive? You know, those kind of questions that can be answered with a tangible thing. Like, yes, we're getting a joint bank account, or yes, we're moving into this house, or yes, I give you a ring, or yes, I pledge to you exclusivity. Whatever it is, it's different for everyone. We're not all a one-size-fits-all nation anymore. But this is to do with where you want to end up. Remember, go the distance. Now, for some of you, because we've got the 10 of Swords in reverse here as well. Sorry, 10 of Swords not in reverse. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just going to note that, okay? It's important because 10 of Swords in reverse is a question of the swords falling out. You are in a mission here where you've got these 10 swords stuck in your back when it comes to relationships, but you're looking at healing, in which case 10 of Swords reverse is a healing card. Ooh, there's a real fine line here between thriving and healing, between truth and fiction, between you and this person, between yes and no, between stay or go. Oof, and look, 2 of Pentacles, 2 Pentacles spinning around infinity. Swing. God. Your relationships at the moment are in a period of flux. And let's see why. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the 8 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, and we have the Star. I want one more here. Let me get rid of me so you can see it. Okay, I'm going to take one more in a sec. Queen of Wands, interesting card, because she can represent, and in most cases does, you being very powerful, you being regal, standing up for yourself, making sense of things, you know, wielding the big wand, being very upfront. But she can also represent competition. So I do want to just do a clarifying card for that one. Just me as a reader. Oh, that's good. No, it's fine. You get the Strength card as your clarifying card. I'm using a second deck of the same cards, an older one. Okay. So for the Queen of Wands, we get exactly what we'd want to get, which is the Strength card, a divine feminine archetype of strength, literally, right. Whatever this situation is, you need to stand up and be counted. You're going to need to say what it is you want. You're going to need to say what your boundaries are, what your non-negotiables are, where you stand with things, what you will and won't accept. There is a communication breakdown here with the 5 of Wands between you and somebody else. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have the Star card as well. So not all of this is mental strength. Some of this is magic strength, manifesting strength. Your ability to be able to throw your scorpionic wits at it. In other words, picturing the outcome that you want. Think of it as picturing your victory if you want, because it does feel like a bit of a battle, a bit of a fight. There's no time here for being shy about what you want or holding back what you want to say. I feel like some of you might be dealing with a fire sign as well, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and you are going to need, and you know, in the last couple of readings I've done for you, Scorpio, fire has come up, even though it's not particularly your element. Obviously your element is water, but this requires you to bring fire and meet and stand toe to toe with somebody, and to meet them where they are, and to be at your highest level of command, actually, which is not normal for you. But especially if you are dealing with a fire sign, it's going to be really, really important that you do. Let's take your love cards. In the extended reading, I am going to clarify with the second deck. So that is the sort of new version of the Morgan Greer. This is my old school, what I call the smelly tarot, because it's really, really old. It's 1970, that one. And that, I think that's 1990s possibly. But I get a lot out of clarifying the card with the others with those. Don't know why. So in the extended, I'm going to look at what's this conversation here? What's standing in your way? I'm going to actually get into the 2 tens to look at the shadow side. So I'll use some shadow decks. And we will channel messages about the best way forward and try and get some times and dates for you as well. So if you want that, it will be the first link in the description box. And look, Scorpio, look at your love oracle card. This is very interesting. This has been going on for you for ages. What is going on? You get secrets. So I'm going to look into that too. Something is hidden from you. Semicolon, love me a semicolon, someone isn't being truthful. I get this vibe. I got it with the 7 of Swords. I get it for you for work as well. I don't get it, and I don't know because I haven't looked at it properly yet, but my impressions here are that you already know what this is about. Okay, I will dig into the corners, but the principal issue, you already have an idea about it, which doesn't surprise me. Okay, it doesn't surprise you either, I wouldn't have thought. Okay, I'm off to do the extended. Do leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed it so far, and I will see you on the other side. Namaste.